Hello everyone and welcome to Backcountry Gear Shed. In this video we'll be taking a look at the BPS Knives Bushmate. This is a brand new knife from BPS Knives, or really a collaboration between BPS Knives and DBK, or Dutch Bushcrafters. If you're not familiar with Dutch Bushcrafters, they have a YouTube channel. If you go to their channel, you'll see they've done some great testing on BPS Knives in past videos. I've been really excited to get my hands on this knife since I heard about it a couple of weeks ago, and while I waited for my order to come in. When I ordered it, there were no reviews yet, at least none on Amazon when I purchased this. But in the time since I've ordered this, a few people have reviewed this knife. The good old BPS napkin, wipe off this presumably oily carbon steel blade. This is a 1066 carbon steel blade, full tang construction, saber grind. This does have a secondary bevel. Clean off some of this oil. They ship these covered in gun oil. See that? Pretty dirty, but it's a lot better than having a rusty knife come in the mail, so glad they do it. This knife has an overall length of 8.7 inches. The blade is 4 inches. It has walnut handles oiled with Danish oil. These handles look very good. And the spine of the blade is not proud at all from the scales here. Fitment is very good. My first impressions of the knife itself are very good. Feels great in the hand. Now, one concern that I have with this knife, after looking at some reviews yesterday, multiple reviewers said that this sheath didn't fit the knife very well, which was very disappointing to read. We'll see how that works out in this case. Something I was excited about when I saw this knife announced was that it came with a sheath that was custom made for the knife. That's one of the rare complaints that I've had with BPS knives, is that sometimes they ship knives with a sheath model that they already have that and might not actually fit the knife very well, like in the case of the BPS Savage. That's basically what they did there. And oh yeah, not great retention in that sheath. Oh, yeah. I see exactly what those reviewers were talking about now. That's problematic. I knew what I was getting into after reading those reviews. If any of you have seen my review on the BPS Savage, or my unboxing first impressions of the BPS Savage, I was really disappointed with the fitment of that sheath, but that was actually in a lot of ways better than this one. At least this one fits the size of the knife, but the fact that you can remove it from the sheath without unbuckling this, and the fact that it would really, you could shake this right out of there, that's pretty disappointing. That's not a quality fit on that sheath, so very disappointing. I do like these dangle sheaths. The style of sheath is very nice. If only they had made it fit the knife a little better. I don't want to shake this out right here on my table. but this has no retention. I just tested it. You can basically drop the knife right out of the sheath with just a little bit of shaking, not to be too vigorous with it or anything. This sheath is a major letdown, and it really detracts from the knife overall. There are some other little things about the knife that are not ideal for me. I don't like that this one doesn't have removable scales like most of the other BPS knives that I own. I would have preferred to have something more like on the Adventurer. Here's the BPS Adventurer. So I like that better. Oh, sorry, my knife is pretty dirty. I did read in one review that this knife fits better in other BPS sheaths, and that's a pretty good fit. I like that much better. That's much more usable, in my opinion. I wouldn't be confident carrying the knife in this sheath that it was going to be retained in the sheath. It's really too bad. I mean, this could have been a really nice knife. It is a pretty nice knife overall. It's a very nice ferro rod. I like what they did with the wood on this, and the lanyard hole, the lined lanyard hole. Kind of the same detail here. That nice, looks like brass liner for the lanyard hole. So overall, unfortunately, this is a pretty nice knife, but still quite a letdown in terms of the poor fitting sheath. You can purchase these sheaths on their own. They come with many of the larger BPS knives, but you can also purchase these alone for, it's under $20, I believe around $18. So it's a problem that can be solved with an addition of a sheath, but unfortunately this sheath is just really not up to snuff, in my opinion. It could have been so good. The quality of construction, the consistency of these seams, the thickness of the leather, so many things about this are so good, and yet they didn't actually manage to get it to fit the knife well. So quite a letdown. These knives really just came on the market, so there will be many more reviews and a lot more opinions coming out about them. Maybe others won't be as bothered about this sheath as I am, but like I said, for myself, it's quite a letdown. Still love BPS knives. Don't regret the purchase. It's pretty worthwhile at $50. That's what this knife cost. Can't complain about that. For the quality of craftsmanship, handcrafted in Ukraine, it's an amazing value, but I would definitely go for one of the other tried and true, proven BPS knives with a great fitting sheath over this one, personally. So there you have it, the BPS Knives Bushmate, designed by DBK. If you haven't already done so, I'd greatly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.